Hello and welcome to your mat. My name is Stacey. For today's mini yoga practice, we will be doing all lying postures. You will want to have as an option a block and a strap, but they are not necessary for this practice. Just something worthwhile having nearby in case you prefer to have them. Go ahead and get what you need, and I will meet you lying in your back in Shavasana. And take a few moments to settle into your Shavasana. With your arms and legs wide away from your body. Let your palms face up as you tuck your shoulder blades beneath you. Allow your ankles to relax and the toes to fall wherever they choose. Invite yourself to close the eyes and just turn your awareness to your breath as it moves through your body. Taking deep breaths in through the nose, and the soft breath out through the nose. Big breath in, belly rise. The soft breath out, the belly falls. Stay with that slow rhythm of breath. Allowing the belly to move up and down, expanding in all directions. We'll start to wake up the body by wiggling your fingers and toes. Find some gentle rotations through your wrists and ankles in both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Draw the right knee in towards you. Left leg still extended long. Hug the right knee in close towards your belly. Every breath in, lengthen from the left heel to the top of the head, getting taller through the spine. Every breath out, maybe you're able to hug the right knee in just a little bit closer to you. You can stay centered or start to slide your left foot to the bottom left corner of your mat. And direct your right knee towards the top right corner, just beyond the right shoulder. And keep your left hip pressing into the mat. It may even be helpful to use your left hand and press down through the left hip, encouraging it down into the floor. You can choose to be in stillness or take some rotations with the right leg, really isolating the movement to the right hip, circling the thigh bone as wide as you can without lifting the left hip off of the floor. Circle in the opposite direction. moving as slowly as you can, listening to your body and looking for the point of tension where you feel the stretch most, and then pausing in that area. Have you started to clench your teeth? Can you soften through the jaw? Relax your face. Keep the right leg wherever it is. Slide the left leg through center. Bend the left knee. Bring the sole of your left foot onto the floor. So the right knee is still hugged in towards you, maybe off to the right a little bit. We're going to take the right arm up the inside of the right leg. Reach across the shin and take hold of the pinky toe edge of your foot for half happy baby. So the right arm goes up the inside of the right thigh, across the front of the right shin, and you're holding on to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Option to use the strap here if your foot's just out of reach, or you can hold on to your ankle instead. And your right knee is reaching for the floor beside your right shoulder but does not have to touch. And the sole of your right foot starts to face towards the sky with a bend in the knee. With your left knee bent, you can start to tip onto the pinky toe edge of the left foot. As if you're showing the inseam of your left pant leg to the sky, that's going to help as a little bit of a counterbalance. If the right knee is close to the floor, you can always slide a block beneath it just to give yourself something to press into. But if there's a big gap between the right knee and the floor, don't worry about the block. Just focus on the stretch in your body today. See if you can stay long through your low back. A lot of times the tailbone likes to scoop up towards the sky. One more big breath here. We'll draw the sole of the left foot onto the floor. We're going to slowly release the right leg, allowing the pinky toe edge of the right foot to land on the left thigh, creating a figure 4 shape with your legs for recline, pigeon, or thread the needle pose. Keep the left hip grounded as you guide the right knee away from your shoulders. Left hip is reaching away from the shoulders, right hip slightly towards them, evening them out with equal weight both left and right side. We're looking for a stretch into the outer right hip and glute. If you're not quite feeling it yet, you can reach your right hand between the space you've created in your legs. Draw the left knee in towards you. Maybe interlace your fingers around the left thigh. Or if you're still not feeling the stretch, around the left shin instead. Again, this is a great place to use your strap. If you notice the shoulders are lifting up off of the ground, you can use the strap around the back of your thigh to make it more accessible and to allow your arms to rest softly on the floor. Keep a deep flex in the right ankle. The right toes are drawn towards the right shin. And as much as the left knee hugs in towards you, the right knee is reaching away. And slowly release your left foot onto the floor. Draw the right knee back in towards your chest, releasing the right foot from the left thigh. The right knee hugged in, we're going to extend the left leg long again to the bottom of your mat. Take a big breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, find a twist crossing the right leg over your body to the left. Maybe stacking the right hip on top of the left. Keep the right shoulder reaching for the floor. You can place your block beneath the right knee for some support, bringing the floor a little bit closer to it. The gaze can be at the ceiling or over to the right. If you'd like to bring a little bit of a stretch into the front of the left thigh, you can start to draw the left heel in towards your glutes, your bum. Maybe reaching down with your hand or your strap for the left foot and hug it in a little bit closer towards you. Pressing the left thigh bone into the mat as the right thigh bone comes up towards the sky just a little bit without shifting the hips. Just really activate through your legs. Breathing deep into your lower right belly. Slowly release your left leg if it's drawn in. Gaze comes back through center. The right knee finds center as well. Extend your right leg long to meet the left. Just pause here for a few breaths. Noticing any subtle changes from side to side. Keep that right leg extended long at the bottom of the mat. We'll draw the left knee in towards us this time, taking hold of the back of the left thigh or around the left shin and knee. Creating as much length as you can in your body with each breath in. Each breath out, hug your left knee in a little bit closer. Breathing deep into your belly, allowing it to expand fully. You can stay here in the center, or you can slide your right foot to the bottom right corner. Take the left knee towards the top left corner. Creating a little bit of distance between the tip of the left knee and the right foot. Stay open through the front of your pelvis by pressing down firmly through your outer right hip into the floor. Choose stillness or start to take those slow motion circles with the left leg, using the right hand to encourage stillness into the right hip. Circling the opposite direction. And as you move through a point of tension, just pause there and breath. And keep your left leg where it is. Slide the right leg through center. And bend through the right knee, bringing the sole of the right foot onto the floor. We're going to set up for half happy baby. So you'll bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Reach across your left shin for the outer edge of your ankle or the pinky toe edge of your foot. Start to guide your left knee down towards the floor or down towards your block. The sole of the foot starts to reach towards the sky with a bend in the knees. You can tip onto the pinky toe edge of the right foot to help counter your balance. Just settle in here. Again, there's no real end goal to touch the knee to the floor or to a block. It can just sometimes feel nice if the knee is close to have that support beneath it. Anytime the joints feel supported, they start to feel safe and the muscles are more apt to relax. Notice if your tailbone is starting to point up towards the sky, can you lengthen it back down to the mat? Bring the sole of the right foot onto the mat, bringing the right knee up through center. We're going to release the left foot, allowing the pinky toe edge of the left foot to land on the right thigh. Deep flex in your left ankle, draws the toes towards your left shin rather. And without shifting the right hip, start to send the left knee away from your shoulders. Keep pressing down through the right hip. If you're still not quite feeling the stretch, you can draw the right thigh in towards you, taking hold of the back of it or around your shin, or using your strap to add length to your arms. Try playing with the weight on your hips from side to side, shifting from left to right, and just see where you feel the stretch most. Slowly lower the right foot down to the mat if it's lifted. Bring the left knee in towards your belly, interlacing your fingers around it. Extend the right leg long. Take a big breath in, find some length. And as you exhale, find your twist, send your left leg over to the right. Shift your hips, allowing the left to stack on top of the right if you're able. Working your left shoulder down towards the mat. Never being forceful. Gaze can be at the ceiling or over to the side. If you'd like to bring a bit of a stretch into the front right leg as well, you can start to bend the right knee. Keep it in line with the rest of your body. Don't let it jet forward. As you bend through the knee, draw the right heel in towards your bum. Maybe using your hand or strap to draw it in a little bit closer. And breathe deep into the lower left belly. Slowly release your right leg. Let your gaze come back through center. Draw the left knee up through center as well. And bring the right knee in to meet the left. With the knees drawn in towards your belly, just take a gentle rock from side to side, massaging your low back and pelvis. Pause in the center. With the knees still drawn in, maybe taking them a little bit wider apart, creating space for your belly between them. And just checking in on your pelvis here, your tailbone. You want your pelvis to stay in line with the floor. If you start to scoop your tailbone up towards the sky, the pelvis starts to tilt with it. And we're getting more of a stretch through the low back rather than the hips. Really focus on lengthening through your low back, bringing it down towards the mat as you draw the knees apart and towards your outer shoulders. You may already be feeling a nice stretch here. Stay as you are. Or if you'd like to go into full happy baby, that's where we're heading here. Without lifting that tailbone, bring both arms up the inside of your legs. Reach across the shins, take hold of the outer ankles or the pinky toe side of your feet. Keep that low back reaching for the floor as you draw the heels of your feet up towards the sky with a bend in your knees. Just pausing at that moment that you feel your tailbone start to lift up off the ground. Don't compromise the integrity of your pose, the stretch, for depth. You're better to have the heels a little bit closer towards your bum and stay long through the low back than to have the soles parallel with the feet and start lifting up your tailbone. If it feels okay to do so, maintaining the distance between your legs, just find a gentle rock from side to side, shifting your weight from one hip to the other. Pause in the center, take one more full breath here. Slowly release your feet to the mat. With the knees bent, you can walk the feet a little bit wider apart to the edges of the mat. Let your knees tip in to touch, just supporting one another. This is always a great alternative to Shavasana if you have low back sensitivities. Bringing a bit of a bend to knees can help relieve some of that tension in the low back. Tuck your shoulder blades beneath you, creating a sense of openness through the chest as your arms splay wide, with the palms facing up. A gentle tuck in the chin to lengthen up the back of your neck. Hold your upper body in that position. Start to draw the knees apart. Keep the upper body still as you just rock the knees gently from side to side. Get rid of any last remaining tension. When you feel even from side to side, you can either allow the knees to touch once again, or you can extend your legs long to the bottom of your mat and find a Shavasana here. Just take a few breaths in stillness. Perhaps trying to close the eyes without really squeezing them or causing wrinkles. Softly lowering the eyelids. Focusing on the breath as it moves through your body. The gentle rise and fall that comes with it. Long breaths in. Slow breaths out. Without judgment, without attachment, just taking note of your body. Any subtle changes from when you first landed here on your mat. And staying here on your back for as long as you choose, holding on to that breath in stillness. When you do feel ready to get up and go, do so slowly and mindfully to allow leaving your practice to become part of your practice. It's with such gratitude that I join you today and always. Namaste.